Hello, hello, rockers. Here we are with Verity by Colin Hoover. Yeah, so the book, we have it. Are you reading it? How are you doing? Well, here we've got chapter 1, and we listen to a podcast, all right? With a stunning, abrupt, yes, beginning, all right?
Chapter 1, a literary thriller podcast. Welcome to Read and Rock, where we explore stories, characters, mysteries, and of course, English. Today, we're diving into Chapter 1 of Verity by Colleen Hoover. And trust me, this chapter does not start quietly. It starts with a fatal accident. Lowen Ashley is walking through Manhattan when she witnesses a terrible traffic accident. 1 second, a stranger is simply crossing the street. The next, everything changes. And that immediately introduces one of the chapter's biggest ideas. How safe is ordinary life really? Lowen is shaken, covered in blood, and struggling to process what she's just witnessed. Then a mysterious man appears. His name is Jeremy Crawford. He helps her, takes her into a coffee shop bathroom, and gives her his shirt so she can clean herself up. Sounds kind, right? But this is Verity. So the question is, can we trust first impressions? Jeremy tells Lowen something devastating. He recently recovered the body of his 8-year-old daughter from a lake, and suddenly these two strangers have something powerful in common: grief. Lowen has just lost her mother. Jeremy has lost his daughter. Two people, two tragedies, two completely different stories of loss. And yet, somehow, they connect. But then Lowen notices something: a wedding ring. And suddenly, the situation becomes much more complicated. Because Jeremy may be attractive, compassionate, and mysterious, but he's also married. And that little detail creates one of the chapter's most interesting tensions. What we see and what is actually happening may be two very different things. There's another important element in chapter 1, Manhattan. Lowen moved to New York because she wanted to disappear. She says, open quote, "Here, I'm invisible, unimportant," close quote. For Lowen, Manhattan represents anonymity. Millions of people are everywhere, but nobody really knows her. And perhaps that's exactly what she wants. But here's the irony. Can you really hide from other people when you can't hide from yourself? Lowen is grieving. She's traumatized. She's emotionally vulnerable. And she's trying very hard to convince herself that she has become emotionally hardened. But the chapter's final revelation makes us question everything. Lowen has access to morphine left over from caring for her mother. And her final thought is deeply unsettling. I could really use some right about now.
Morphine.
Wait, why does she want morphine? What does she intend to do with it? And most importantly, can we trust Lowen's perspective? That's what makes the first person narration so effective. We experience everything through Lowen's eyes. We know what she thinks, we know what she sees, but we don't know what Jeremy is thinking. So as readers, we're constantly asking, is Lowen telling us the whole truth? And that's the perfect way to begin a psychological thriller. Chapter 1 gives us death, grief, trauma, attraction, mystery, secrets, and foreshadowing, all within a very short period of time. But perhaps the most interesting idea is this: danger doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it looks like an ordinary street, an ordinary coffee shop, an ordinary meeting, an ordinary stranger, and sometimes everything changes in a single second. So before we move on to chapter 2, here are 3 questions for you. Would you trust Jeremy? Would you trust Lowen? And what do you think is really hiding beneath the surface? Stay hungry, stay curious, stay tuned. Read and rock. Rock your English. English Zone Rocks.
Okay. Well, how was that podcast? How did you find it? There, if you see, you have a lot of details. You can also read our PDF that it comes with, and some questions, debatable questions, yes, to work on. Okay. As you see, you have lots of details, yes, related to this. We have an envision, yes, this girl, not so abruptly. Remember that, well, she has been almost a year more or less in her own flat, in her own house, taking care of her mother because she was suffering from cancer. And this is the day that she was going to a meeting for a new job that she really deserves. She needs that. She needs the money for it. And this happens to her. And then she encounters this man who helps her, Jeremy, which we know that he's the main character as well. And so what a what a way to start a book, to start a story, all right? So dun 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 dun. Let's see what comes in chapter 2. All right, so keep on reading it. Okay, you have all the material ready for you. And well, let's see you in chapter 2. Okay. Oh, no, you can watch the next video that will come up with questions and things like that, debatable questions. Bye.